What's up, you guys? Today, I'm here to tell you guys why breakups are actually a good thing. Now, before y'all start commenting, telling me I don't know anything and breakups have been the worst part of your life in the entire world, give me a chance to explain myself. Don't sit here and say I've never been through a breakup, because right now, I'm out here on this beautiful hike because the girl I've been dating for the past 4.5 years is moving out of my house today. So it's a pretty sad day for me. And you know, by me saying I'm sad, you probably sit there and go, oh, well, that's a clear indication breakups are actually a bad thing, right? Well, unfortunately, good things don't have to always be kind things. We've all heard the phrase, tough love, right? And it's probably, in my opinion, one of the most purest ways to show love, because you sit there and you're willing to risk your friendship or your relationship with that person to give them honest, genuine advice that you believe, whether you be right or wrong, can actually help them. Now I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell you guys. One second, look at this view, really quick. Look at that view right there. Sorry, I know I hate pausing the video, but sometimes you just have to take a second to enjoy the view. Breakups to me are probably one of the most selfless acts of love that you can possibly have. My girlfriend and I, we've been dating for probably 4.5 years. Well, I'll tell you the exact time frame. 4 years, 5 months, 3 days until we broke up. And that's obviously a really, really long time, and it's kind of devastating. It's 4.5 years of memories, habits, and just rituals just going down the drain, right? And it's really, really sad. And it's really, really, really hard. Jade went to Korea 2 weeks ago, and she went and she kind of discovered herself. Now, once I start telling you my story with Jay, you might start to understand why I consider it to be a good thing. Breakups, that is. Jay and I had been together for 4 years, 5 months, and 3 days. Who's counting though? You know what I mean? And for the first 2 years, one could argue that she and I were perfectly compatible. We were like two peas in a pod, had all the same exact goals, had the exact same hobbies, did all the exact same things, went to the gym together, went on adventures like this together, everything. We were very, very similar. And then she, you know, after that second year, she started to find herself more. We started dating when she was 19 and I was 23. So we were both very, very young. So she started to find herself around 21 and figure herself out, figure out her goals, what makes her truly happy. And I was fortunate enough that we got to both experiment and try new things together. Not like anything, you know, sexual or anything, but actual physical activities, emotional activities, just hobbies. And as we aged and as we continued to grow into our own people, sorry I'm looking down all the time. There are a bunch of these guys, quite literally everywhere. I just thought I set them up, but they're everywhere. And they're really, really painful. So that's why I'm not really looking at you guys too much. So as we continued to age, we figured out we really didn't have that much stuff in common like we used to. And we continued to date, you know, for another year, and we started to have more and more problems because she wanted more and more time to do her stuff, and I wanted to continue down the same path that we were on, because while she changed and outgrew my hobbies, I did not. I still enjoyed, you know, being a homeless bum, camping, you know, going on hikes, doing all that stuff. And she was more focused on gaming and video editing, and I was never about that. So in 2022, I wanted to, you know, reunite with her, so I started making short form content on TikTok. Built like a 50K following, nothing crazy, but still something to be fairly proud of. You know, 50K is still a reasonably good number. Just because I wanted to help her build her channels and, you know, send people over to her content. It's good to be in an environment of creativity. And so that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do that for her. But she continued to get more and more involved in her videos and less involved in my life, to a point to where I realized that I was gonna have to basically be a self-supporting individual and do everything by myself, because she was very, very busy. And even, you know, travel and vacation. She got a full-time job when she turned 22. And she didn't want to do my boring, lame vacation travels, which is all outdoorsy, camping, things like that, hiking, cliff jumping, all of those things. She didn't want to do that anymore. She wanted to spend her vacation time in her way, which led to the most recent adventure she went on, which was to Seoul in South Korea. She went with her mom and her uncle, and there they did all the things that she really loved. And she came, you know, she had a coming to Jesus moment where she realized, hey, we aren't really super common anymore. Our hobbies are too different, and we're just not happy anymore. And she was right. You know, we probably hadn't been happy together for over a year, maybe even longer. One could even argue longer. And she wanted us to have the best opportunity to be happy. And so she ended it. And you know, obviously whenever she said it, I told her, yes, we need to end it. You're 100% right. It's the first week of pretty much us being broken up. And it's really, really hard, obviously, because we're gonna have to unlearn all the things that I loved about her. And I also have to unlearn all the things that I didn't like about her. Like, I could name 1,000 things I don't like that she did that I get to go and do again. And there are plenty of toxic habits that I developed trying to suit her, and I have to go and fix those. This part is going to be really, really hard for the first probably 6 months. It'll be really, really challenging. But if you have a decent support system around you, you stay busy, you stay focused, you don't drink to yourself to death, you focus on being healthy, not chasing other girls, focus on fixing yourself and becoming a better version so that way the next person you date, you don't have the same issues, then it ends up being a really great thing.